Hello everyone, my name is Jon Levell. I'm the owner here at CrossFit by Overload. I'm here with my good friend, Dr. Kyle Vincent. And we want to talk to you guys about mental health, exercise, nutrition, and sleep, and how they all talk to each other and kind of work together to increase your overall health.
So to begin with, fitness is a really important component to your overall physical health, but it really does benefit your mental health as well. It provides routine, it provides structure. If you do get on what we would recommend, there's a whole host of just from a hormonal standpoint, for cortisol levels, serotonin levels, dopamine, that really puts your body in a cycle where you're receiving a good reward that is healthy, and then more importantly, you're getting a very good, as it pertains to sleep, just a really, really good restful reboot, if you will. Sleep is an underrated thing. I know we've talked about it in a few of our other videos, where sleep is just uber important, and working out regularly really does put you on a very healthy, regimented, good cycle to really maximize that.
Yeah, and to add on that, overall mental health, I mean, it's, humans are made to move and made to be part of this world, and I think the more we can do and be active in our society and our community, and again, using our bodies as they were intended, I think that just plays into the whole scenario of being on this earth. So I think it's just a great thing to be part of and a great thing to do for yourself. So with sleep, you know, this is one of my favorite things to talk about in regards to health and obviously tying into mental health. Myself, when I have a long day of work, and then, you know, maybe I didn't get to eat great, and I also maybe slice off some time to get to the gym or do something at home, go for a walk, I find that the more I wear myself out physically, when it's time to go to sleep, I actually get better sleep, right? Because I've expended energy, and then my body's telling me, hey, it's time to do your thing, and let's reset and kind of get ready for the next day. If I don't get that expenditure of energy and mentally, energy with physically and my mental capacity kind of stressed, I find that I don't get great sleep, you know, because I didn't really use my body, use my mind for that day. So weaving in a healthy slice of physical movement along with the mental kind of challenges of the day, I find gives me the best sleep. And, you know, when I get my 6 to 8 hours of sleep, I wake up feeling refreshed and ready for the day to conquer again. And I couldn't stress enough how much I think sleep is an underappreciated tool of being a healthy human. I mean, you know, everyone's stressed and doing all kinds of things. Sleep, I think, fixes most of our problems.
It does. It most definitely does. And to that point, you know, piggybacking off of that, hormonally, you know, your circadian rhythm is your sleep cycle. You know, sun comes up, sun goes down. When it gets darker, everybody gets more tired. That is a thing. That is, it's a biological hormonal deal that our bodies triggers us to do. And to John's point of triggering and feeling exhausted or feeling as if you worked through the day, you know, you activate different parts of your brain throughout the day, and there is a different part of your brain that you activate while you're exercising. You're engaging your body in a different way. I know we look at computer screens a lot, we type a lot, we're on our phones a lot. So there are different parts of our brain that are activated throughout all those different activities, and exercising is an initiation of one of those other components that you can really, you know, push your body. And in doing so, your cycles really get on a rhythm. Your melatonin levels go up towards the end of the day, which helps sleep. You know, a lot of folks take melatonin to go to sleep as an over-the-counter sleep aid, but you may not need it if you've kind of done your deal for the whole day. Your levels are up, gets a little tired, sun goes down, and we're sleeping. We're getting good amount of hours throughout the day, or throughout the night, sorry. And again, waking up refreshed. I mean, that is a very, very, very big thing I ask all my patients, you know, because it gets to the quality of sleep. You know, a lot of folks can say they sleep, I slept 10 hours, but I feel exhausted. You ask them what they did throughout the day, and it's probably they sat down all day. So you gotta kind of push and pull and find a good balance. So again, fitness plays a major, major role in both mental health and sleep. And it gets all the way down to both how you feel about yourself, but then hormonally as well.
Yeah, and if any of you have ever had toddlers, you see them having a bad day and being cranky. If they get a good nap, what happens when they wake up? Oh. They're feeling better, they're ready to go again,
good to go.
And their mental health is in a good spot, right? So that's case in point, exactly what, you know, the human body should be part of.
So fitness does a really good job, and exercise does a really good job of reducing stress. Hormonally, cortisol levels are one of the indicators that you can draw a lab for to kind of indicate how much stress you're in. And in doing so, exercise and very good sleep reduces those levels. I know myself personally, I try to get at least about an hour workout in a day just because that's my time. It's my time to just think. It's my time to release. It's the time that I'm selfishly doing something for myself. But all at the same time, I'm also reducing my cortisol levels hormonally, and it really, really improves my overall mental health in the sense that enables me to do what I do every day. I'm better for my family, I'm better for my patients, I'm better for anybody that I interact with. When I don't get my workout in, I'm a little bit less, I'm a little more cranky or something like that. So it definitely impacts it from that standpoint, but hormonally cortisol levels, as well as, again, sleep cycles, is really, really big important.
Now, Dr. Vincent, with regard to cortisol levels, as a physician, is there any other thing you would recommend more than exercise and sleep?
From lowering those levels, not necessarily. No. I'm not a huge big pill thrower, and there's no one pill that says, hey, this is the pill to lower your cortisol levels. That's not on the market. That's not in FDA pipelines or anything like that. But from what the results of it are, whether it's depression, sleep, high blood pressure, overweight, there's a whole host of things that in fact raise your cortisol levels, and how we treat that is to try to get those other parameters more in line. Reduce, if you have sleep apnea, make sure we try to improve your quality of sleep there. Obviously, if it's a weight issue, we try to reduce your weight with good diet and exercise. But again, that gets back to the core point of this, which is fitness. We exercise, we have good diets, we work on ourselves physically. Those things are the things that would definitely lower the cortisol levels.
And to touch on that, the cortisol levels, that's a very important indicator of someone's health metrics. Mm-hmm. It's not easy to have health, right? And so the exercise, obviously, if done right, it's hard. Yeah. And eating properly, if done right and disciplined, it's hard. So the payout for someone reducing their cortisol levels and trying to get their arms around that in regards to health and mental health, it's supposed to be challenging, right?
Yeah. And again, and that gets to the reward part too. Doing something that is challenging, psychologically, hormonally, subconsciously, it all goes to the good when knowing something you've accomplished something really well, and doing it with a group and folks that have helped you and that are keeping you accountable are really, really good, payoffs.
Absolutely. So in regards to depression and anxiety, I've seen as being the owner of this gym, when people walk in here, maybe they're having a bad day, maybe things didn't go right at home, maybe work was stressful. Those things obviously kind of lead you down the road of depression and anxiety. Coming here when you have a support group of people doing the same things for the same reasons, that has a really good way of lifting you up. You're coming in here to suffer and to do some really hard work with people you care about and that also care about you. So I found that just that alone gets people's mood elevated as they walk through the door and they see, hey, I'm here just to hang out with some friends and some people that are also trying to take control of their health and do something to make their lives better.
Yeah, and to touch on that, medically, physiologically, your serotonin and your norepinephrine are your hormones that kind of dictate your mood a whole lot. And in doing so, those are the medications that would be used to combat that. Those are your antidepressants, anti-anxiety medications. From an overall mood standpoint, however, a lot of times those emotions come about because folks and patients are feeling as if they're overwhelmed. And they feel that there's lack of control, or they don't have control over any particular scenario, situation, work life, family life, home life, society, whatever the case may be. That being said, when you get in the gym, you get around some folks that are helping you out. You can take accountability and you can control your body. And in a lot of ways, fitness, that is the large byproduct of exercising, not only just by yourself, but particularly with a group of folks, because you really do have the individual thing that you're doing for yourself. You get gratification for helping others. And again, physically, you feel better. And at least for that day, for that week, for that month, and hopefully for some years strung together, you've taken care of your body in a very good and healthy way. And you can at least feel good about that. And that tends to help out with depression and anxiety, because while the overwhelming feeling is, oh my gosh, I can't control anything, you can control this. And that gives a lot of patients some really, really good foundation of just calmness and solitude from that.
Yeah. And to finish off the anxiety and depression, the runner's high. We've all heard about the runner's high. Whether it's CrossFit, which I'm biased to, and Rancho family, getting you guys in the gym to do things with your peers and your community, doing anything can have potential to give you that runner's high. And that's what Dr. Vincent touched on with the serotonin and dopamine being released, it makes you feel good when you move. And so whatever that means to you, doing something is going to help that.
So exercise as it pertains to the mind and reducing memory loss. It's challenging to have a singular study that says exercise definitely most for sure reduces memory loss. However, it has been shown that because it is so multifactorial, that those folks that are more in shape, that those folks that do continue to stimulate their mind more, these are all preventative measures to improve or combat memory loss. You know, if you exercise, do a crossword puzzle, read, stay up to date on information, particularly, again, this gets to what we were talking about earlier as far as trying to utilize as many pieces and parts of your brain as possible, and exercise and fitness is a part of that. That is the way in which it does help prevent memory loss and things like that. From a vascular standpoint, it most definitely does. You know, there is a vascular dementia, which gets to, you know, uncontrolled blood pressure or the amount of circulation that your brain is getting. And the more that you exercise, the better your blood pressure is maintained, the healthier your arteries are. That's most definitely a way that exercise keeps that reduced and everything like that. And, you know, going over your labs and risk factors and everything else with your doctor is a huge way to go about that. And that's a huge step in the right direction.
Yeah, circulation, as you touched on, that's one just obvious thing. If you've ever seen someone work out and their face is red, and sweating, obviously great circulation has happened, and you know, the blood's been moving through the body like it should.
Mm-hmm. So. Exactly.
So, how often and how long you should work out? You know, here in CrossFit, you know, all of our classes are kind of dictated by an hour time slot. I like to say that the meat and potatoes of anyone's exercise regimen should be about 20 to 40 minutes. I mean, that ability to get an intense workout that's meaningful, no matter what you're doing, is really what I've recommended. And I found that you don't have to spend 4 hours in the gym walking around, you know, doing things that really aren't getting your heart rate up and beneficial to what we, you know, like to use functional fitness. And so have a plan, warm up correctly, be ready for the workout, and give it your best. I think all can be done way beyond or before an hour is up. So again, 20 to 40 minutes is what I would kind of aim for.
Yeah, and to piggyback on that, you know, it's all about, particularly from a circulatory standpoint, your heart rate. You know, walking casually on elliptical for 3.5 hours is not exercise. That's just not what that is. You have to increase your heart rate. You have to be very intentional about it. Again, having accountability, folks, is real important. And about it, less than an hour, but 20 to 40 minutes is definitely recommended. And on a daily basis is really good.
Absolutely. So some ways you can stay motivated to exercise. I think, speaking from a bias, you know, Rancho Family Medicine has so graciously helped us create this senior program here for an offering of CrossFit to the senior population. Staying motivated by coming and making some friends that are exercising and having them push some accountability on you to show up. I mean, because I can guarantee if you become part of a peer group or a cohort that's working out together, if you start not showing up, you're going to start getting phone calls and text messages, and you're going to get called out. So that's a really, you know, fun, motivating way to be part of a group, and also be part of a group of people that are doing the same things for the same reasons. And it's really to feel better physically and mentally.
Absolutely, yeah. To that point, staying motivated, not only are you going to get the individual results that you want as far as your own fitness goals, but you're also going to feel the need and the pull of the group to help improve others, you know, because you'll see it. It's like anything else. There's going to be some ups, there's going to be some downs. When you feel like exercising, maybe sometimes your partner may not, and you just got to, you know, push them, and then you'll feel down and you'll expect the same from them. So whether it's a sense of purpose, the individual gratification that you're getting, and honestly, you know, sometimes just the vanity of it all. If you look better, you eventually you probably feel a little bit better. So, you know, all these things, you know, whether it's a graduation you got coming up or a baby shower or something where you got to dress up for, you know, you're going to want to wear that suit. You're going to want to wear that dress that you think will be very flattering. And that's perfectly okay to have those type of vanity goals and folks that help you to get there. So that's a very good way to stay motivated.
Yeah, and in CrossFit and group fitness in general, what I've seen over the years is, you know, the sense of camaraderie is the magic sauce that kind of does it for most people. Coming here and sharing those experiences and suffering with those people, I think it speaks volumes to, you know, your success and the motivation behind, you know, latching onto something like fitness. Some simple exercises you can do at home, aside from the obvious push-ups, pull-ups, and squats. We here at Rancho Family Medicine and CrossFit Overload, we've created a bunch of at-home videos you guys could go to, and I know it's just on the Rancho Family
It's on the site.
Choose Health website.
Choose
correct?
Health website, exactly.
Yeah. And it's a whole menu of things you can do at home with minimal or no equipment. And I know the girls and the team here, they did an incredible job with that production. So if you haven't seen those videos, I would highly recommend checking those out.
Yeah, and the videos are really good, and to the whole point of being at home, a standard chair is pretty much a lot of times all you needed, whether they're dips, whether they're leg ups, whether they're, again, full range of motion, core strengthening, a lot of those big principles you're able to get at home with the help of the videos. And again, you don't have to have a whole lot of equipment to do it either, which makes it really, really nice.
Yeah, and working out at home is better than not working out, and I would encourage you, if you're working out at home and you have the ability to come to the gym for the Rancho Family class, we're ready for you June 28th.
Just wrapping up, just the importance of fitness and mental health. We touched on a few different things, whether it's sleep, circulation, hormones, and all of the benefits that it really has to not just prolong life, but really to enjoy it. I mean, that's at the end of the day what we're about. We really want you to be functional. We want you to be able to go to Disneyland. We want you to be able to walk around at the mall. We want you to enjoy just moving around and then feeling better about yourself. And there's a number of different ways to go about it. The Choose Health website is a big resource for us. Come see Rancho with our docs, and we'll make sure that we stay on track. And then obviously come to see Jon here for the group classes. We'll get you a brand new different community that will help you stay accountable for your fitness.
Awesome. And for more than a year now, especially the Rancho, the senior population, they've been restricted in terms of access to these classes, and we could not be more excited to have these things turned back on and see the attendance kind of kick back up. I know that the first class we had a cap of 30 people, and I'm pretty sure it filled up within 2 days. So as we see more interest in this, we can add more classes and do more things for that population of people. But again, after what we've seen over the last year and a half, we are certainly excited to see you guys again and start getting this ball rolling. So thank you.